Guys, I had prepared a totally different kind of reaction. As a matter of fact, I had prepared a reaction whereby I was coming out to defend Congrats' dad. You know, I was coming to, I had clips lined up. I had a whole reaction. Guys, I was ready until General David Omaje called me and said, MORAA, have you seen what has just happened on the streets? And I was like, what? You know. And then he said, let me slide you this link and you check it out because things are not good. The streets are on fire and in a very, very negative way. Guys, when I watched that video, you know, first of all, I wanted to say, let me first finish my video, upload it, and then I revisit this link that General Omaje has sent me. But then something told me, no, the urgency in his voice and, how he expressed it to me, like, MORAA, things are not good, with Marwa and family. I was like, maybe I should watch this video first. Thank God I did not upload that video. Thank God I did not upload that video, guys, because it would have been something else. I don't know if I would have had to again delete it because, guys, hey, when I watched Baraka's video, guys, I know by now most of you have already seen it. When I watched Baraka's video, at first I was like, who is this that's being pinned down? Although, again, General Omaje had hinted, the word on the street is that Congrats' dad is the one who is being fought by his sons. And guys, this was before, like, everybody, this was when the video had just come out, Baraka had just released the video. It was less than an hour, maybe even like 30 minutes, And so I was like, no, it cannot be. To be very honest, guys, I was telling myself it cannot be. Because, guys, you cannot see clearly, how the video has been recorded from far, from a distance. I could not see clearly who is this person being pinned down. Although I could hear what Marwa and Davy Jnr were saying. Particularly Marwa at that particular point when they were pinning this particular mzee down. Marwa was saying, tulia mzee, mzee tulia, mzee tulia. Like, mzee, calm down, relax, chill, mzee, stop it. And this person was resisting, and Davy Jnr and Marwa were really, and they pinned him down, cop style. I was like, hey, what is going on? Guys, today is a sad day. To be very honest, today is a very sad day to me. And I know to many people, to all of us, it is a sad day. Because violence is not something that is good. Even in yesterday's video, guys, I remember I was defending Congrats' dad. And I said, I do not know who began the brawl. I don't know because of the way the video has been presented to us. I don't know if it was Congrats' dad. I don't know if it is, this Baba Ann. I don't know. And I said I didn't know who the aggressor was. And I remember, if you all, for those who watched my video, you remember I came out and I said, if indeed it is Congrats' dad who was the aggressor in this case, I would not have done that video. And I said that I believed deep within my heart that he was not the aggressor. He had been provoked. Remember, guys, I said that. And I remember also citing the video of Davy Jnr, where he came out, him and his crew, how they came out to disrespect according to me, guys, according to me, how they came out to disrespect Dancing Grandma and Mwita and family. So I was giving that as an example in yesterday's video. And I was saying that I would not want to see anybody be, you know, sort of oppressed. Guys, now I am here to say that I take my words back, because what I have heard Davy Jr. say in this video that Baraka has just posted, the latest video, very heartbreaking, guys. Very, very heartbreaking, very sad, very... It is like the saddest thing I've ever heard Davy Jr. say. Also Marwa. Very, very sad. Guys, I'm going to ask right here, you know, what is the point of building your mother, you know, this beautiful house, this beautiful home, this beautiful compound, with all these animals, a lot of food, buy her furniture, all this, you know, everything that she needs in the house. And yet, she is not happy. The number one thing that you should ensure is to make sure that your mother is happy. Of course, guys, you cannot be somebody's happiness. But guys, what I heard Davy Jr. say, no. No, guys. Even Marwa, no. No. Because Davy Jr. said, my mother cannot be beaten anymore. You have beaten our mother since we were kids. Hey! You have been doing this. So guys, imagine the pain. Imagine the agony. Imagine the stress. Imagine, no wonder this woman loved being at school. No wonder she loved it when she was at the boarding school. Guys, I used to wonder. The school and their home is not that far. The daughter, Dee Mwango, bought her a car. She can drive herself every morning to school and back home. Because I remember, guys, I have seen Davy Jr. drive her to school, and it was less than what? It was like 30 minutes or less. And so she can drive herself to school and she can drive herself back home in the evening. I'm sure that was allowed. But she preferred to stay in the school than staying in this big mansion. Because at school she had peace. Because at school her body was, you know, at peace, you know, for lack of a better word. Because at school, nobody was inflicting pain in her, you know, on her, both physically, emotionally, psychologically. My God. And this kind of thing, I mean, I thought people stop it when the kids at least have started to see what is going on. I'm not condoning DV, guys. But all I'm saying is that in most cases that I have seen or I have heard, these people will start toning it down a little bit, because they will start to see the kids have started to grow. The kids will now start seeing what is happening, and they will be afraid of maybe the kids confronting them, or maybe just that embarrassment, you know, in front of your children. And that is why, guys, I personally do not believe Masubo Zero, hey. And the way I did reactions on you, one after another. My God. Where is the evidence? Masubo Zero, give us evidence. Masubo Zero. My goodness, guys. That is why I did not believe Masubo Zero. And that is why I used to come for him the way I used to. Because I was thinking in my mind, there's no way Davy Jr. can be this old Old as in now, how can I put it? Can be this age, you know? How, I mean, there's no way Marwa can be this age. There's no way Mwango can be this age. And, you know, your mother is being mistreated and you keep quiet. I thought, you know, you would sit, you know, your papa down and say, Papa, Papa, eh? If I hear again, me, if I was Mongo, guys, and I'm telling you all the truth. I'm telling you all the truth. If I was Mongo, I wouldn't even need Marwa or Davy Jnr. Me personally, as Mongo, hey, I will just sit down that papa, look him straight in the eye and say, look here, Papa, I respect you very well. And I respect you a lot. However, if I hear again, it'll be, you know, it'll be something else. Oh, yes. I would rather get you out of the house. You go and live somewhere else. You know, we are not going, you know, this house will be too small for all of us. For you and my mama. Guys, I don't have my parents. My parents passed on a long time ago. But I had parents at some point. And when I hear some things, I'm like, hey, you know, some things are just jokes. Pure jokes. Your mother. I mean, I know you love your papa. But if your papa loves you as well as the child, they would also respect you. They would also not want to show you this kind of nonsense. Aye, congrats, Papa. Why now? A mama who is this grown, you cannot talk to her and say, Mama, you have made this mistake. Mama, I don't like what you did here. Mama, why are we doing this thing? So now, congrats, Papa. When you make a mistake, who beats you up? Because you are not perfect. Who beats you up? So when you make a mistake, do you expect people to come and talk to you nicely like a grown-up and tell you, I don't like what you did. Can you please change? Can we please do something, you know, these things differently? Is that what you expect? Or do you also expect people to beat you up? Guys, this is too bad. We should say no to DV. Whether it is a man, a woman, whoever, nobody deserves to be beaten up. Everybody has a right, you know, to express themselves. Everybody has a right to be happy in this world. Guys, you know, one time I saw a video by Davy Jnr. And he was with his mother, or rather he had gone to visit his mother at school. And I remember that room that the mother was staying at school. It was a bed-sitter. You know, some people call it what? Like a studio apartment where it is one room. You know, we call it bed-sitters here. And, you know, I was like, wow. And she had a small meko over there, like a seat, you know, one seat. And, you know, very few things in that room. A small, tiny room. And I said to myself, me, to leave my big mansion, my nice big sweet mansion, my nice beautiful seats, you know, my kitchen, my cozy bed. Kumbe, this bed is not even cozy. Hey, because the person that you're sleeping with is, my God. Guys, I was just talking to a friend of mine, one of you, earlier on, and I was asking them, is marriage by force? As in, must somebody be married? Must somebody be Mrs.? Must somebody be in a... You know, why? Hey, my peace is very paramount. My peace is very important. My body, I love it too much. My, you know, my sanity, I want it to be intact. My goodness. I honestly feel sorry for Congrats Mom. You know, this is not nice. She is such a sweet lady. Maybe that is why she is too quiet. you know, because she has been sat on for too many years. She has been afraid, you know, living in fear, living in constant, you know, you don't know if tonight is going to be another beating. You don't know if you are going to be okay tonight. You don't know if you're going to be laughing with this person. Guys, you know, I was watching Village Echo's video earlier. And he was saying that, you know, Congrats Papa is a papa who does not drink. He has, you know, a sober mind. And this other papa, Baba Ann, is a drunk. And, you know, I agreed with him 100%. Guys, now I'm even seeing that it is better to... Guys, you know, when somebody has their mind intact, their sober mind, and they are still treating you like this, what can you say about this? Di mwangu. Ay, mama. And guys, I've been hearing people saying, why do they always say, my mama this? I'm going to buy my mama this. I'm going to make sure my mama takes a flight. I'm going to make sure my mama, you know, goes to Mombasa for holiday. I'm going to make sure my mama has a beautiful car. I'm going to do this for my mama. I have built this house for my mama. This furniture belongs to my mama. Now we know why. Now we know why, guys. Because the mama is like an orphan, you know, somebody who needs people around her, people to show her love, people to just shield her, people to protect her. Guys, I'm very, very happy that Marwa and Davy Jr. decided to come out and put a stop to this. And I really hope it is going to be, you know, it's going to be stopped. Because if you watch that video where they are pinning Congrats Papa down, he is really resisting and he is really trying to fight them off. Guys, I really hope he, you know, just sits down and thinks about it, you know, recollects his mind, like from wherever he threw it, you know, just gets his thoughts together, thinks about himself, what he has been doing, the kind of pain he is causing this woman, the mother of your children, the kind of pain you're causing your children as well, because they are not happy seeing this happen. You cannot be happy. Guys, even Marwa cannot be happy in that big villa, knowing that maybe tonight my mother is going to be beaten up. Marwa said, guys, I have receipts of hospital where I have taken my mother to hospital because of a beating or because of beatings from this papa. Marwa said, I am 36 years old now. And this man has been beating up my mother since I was young. I have a child. He is still beating up my mother? This cannot be. It has to stop. My God, congrats, Dad. Hey! Even some little shame in front of your children. Respect your children. And guys, I remember Marwa saying, respect yourself, mzee. Respect yourself. Jiheshimu. Oh my God. That is even disrespecting yourself. To be very honest. And guys, like I always say, whether it is man, woman, DV is a no-no. I remember I always come out here and sometimes react on dancing grandma beating Mwita. I'm like, no, you cannot do that, dancing grandma. It is not allowed. This is too bad, guys. It is not allowed. It is a no. And me, what I can say is that Davy Jr., Marwa, and Di Mwango, and also Winnie, they have, you know, they've given this mzee time. I think they were thinking that maybe as he grows older, he's going to change. You know, he is going to be, he's going to like one day snap out of it. Like, what am I doing? This is unacceptable. I'm not going to be doing this to my own woman, my wife, the mother of my kids. No wonder 𝐄𝐎 could not come after Esther. Guys, let me laugh because this is painful, it is sad, but no. No wonder 𝐄𝐎 could not dare come to get Esther all, over the years. Because guys, you can imagine, at Ondari's age, and he is still, causing havoc like this. You can imagine when he was younger, the kind of fights he could get into. Hey, 𝐄𝐎 could not stand a chance. I feel you, 𝐄𝐎. Now I understand. My God. Guys, say no to DV. No, I'd rather be alone. A million times. No. Hey, this marriage thing is so important to people like this. Hey, you can't even see that your children are big people. You can't even see that your children are influencers. You can't even change, with a change. You can't change with your children changing. Marwa was a kid. Guys, I just remembered something. Marwa spoke of being hung upside down by this papa. Okay, fine, guys. I know that he is a stepfather. I know that your stepfather cannot treat you exactly like your father would. I know all that. However, I did not think, guys, I did not believe for a minute that this papa would actually hang Marwa upside down. Actually, it was not Marwa who said it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It was 𝐄𝐎. I heard it from 𝐄𝐎. Although Marwa has also spoken about his childhood as being a hard kind of childhood, just being a hard, he had it very rough when he was a child. Marwa has spoken about this a lot of times. And, I remember when he was in Argentina, when he actually shed tears, just remembering how his childhood was painful. And he, spoke as though he actually said that he never had a father. Like he grew up without a father. And, guys, that was really questionable because this papa, Congrats dad, has always been there. But Marwa felt like he grew up without a father. Marwa could feel the neglect, He could feel the neglect. And yet he was there, guys. You can actually feel lonely and yet you are not alone. So I feel like that is what Marwa was talking about. How somebody could actually be there, but you still feel neglected because they actually neglect you, even though they are, their presence is there. No wonder he did not care to take Marwa to hospital when Marwa's eye was hurt. Guys, I'm just thinking about so many things. I'm sorry, guys, to just remember all these things. I'm thinking out loud, as I do this video. Maybe some people may feel like maybe I shouldn't have talked about this, but no, guys, I felt like it pained my heart. It pained my heart. I just had to come and talk, say something, niseme nitoke, to say it so that it can get out, of me. Because, guys, we have to shun bad behavior. We have to say no. Because at the end of the day, it is Congrats mom we're talking about here. These are family issues, guys. And like I normally say, as positive reactors, sometimes we know a lot more than we come out to say here on the streets. Why? Because we love this family and we have their back. We pray for them. They are like our extended family. And so sometimes there are things that you may be private to, but you cannot come out and start saying them here. It will be like, washing your family's dirty linen in public, of which you cannot do. But guys, in this case, Marwa himself has spoken right on video. Davy Jr. has spoken right on video. Guys, I know it is not Marwa who recorded this video. Neither is it Davy Jr. It is Baraka who did. But still, this is a video that has brought out what our extended family, what the people we love, what they are going through. And if Marwa and Davy Jr. can get to the point of condemning this, why can't we condemn it as well? Hey, Marwa, Davy Jr., D. Mwango, you guys are strong. You guys are patient. You guys are good. Me, I would not. I would not. I would not. And I don't even want to say a lot because I don't want to say a lot. I just don't want to say I just don't want to say a lot. But I just cannot condone that kind of behavior. No way. Beat on myself, beat on my mother, even beat on my friends. You know? Guys, we have seen these kinds of things. And some of them lead to very, very bad consequences. People have gone 6 feet under because of this kind of violence. People have been unalived, guys. Hey. I would not. Because I would think the next time, you know, I don't know whether I'll get a phone call that my mother is no more. Guys, he broke her arm and went and stayed at Marwa's place. Now, if I was Marwa, I would be really afraid to let her go back home because I don't know. Next time, he will break her neck. That's what I'm saying. Marwa, Davy Jr. and D, they are very brave. But I'm sure, guys, I am sure that they must have tried. They must have tried to talk to this papa. I am pretty sure, 100%, 1,000%, that they must have tried talking to him. Papa, stop this. Papa, change. I think now it is just too much. I think this time around it was enough is enough. Guys, everybody gets to their limits. No matter how good you are, no matter how patient you are, no matter how much you can persevere, at some point, you just cannot take it anymore. And that is the point where Davy Jr. and Marwa have reached. And this is traumatizing even for them. Because this is what they have lived through all their lives. Guys, let us just... I really don't feel like watching this video again, but let's just go through it again. Let's do this together, guys. So Davy Jr. is saying mjinga wewe, like calling him mjinga, like stupid. So that is where they are restraining their papa. I don't know if he still wanted to fight some more, wanted to beat up Conrad's mom or somebody else. I have no idea. But I mean, like fighting like this in public, fighting your woman like this in public, come on now. No. Until now, Davy Jr. does not even have respect for him. Saying to him, jinga wewe, like stupid, foolish or something, you know. Guys, this is bad, but I do not blame him because, like I said, this is something that has been going on for a very long time. I mean, it's frustrating. It gets to a point that it just becomes frustrating, you know. Let us go on. Anatuambia tutoke. He's telling us to get out. Aren't you happy to see your children building? And then Davy Jr. says, I'm always being told to stop those people, I think from building or something. So he's asking the papa, aren't you happy to see your children building? We are going to take each other to court so that you can tell me what you want. You know. I stop those people. Yeah, we're going to take each other to court so he can tell me what he wants. My mother has been beaten enough since we were kids. That was the most heartbreaking statement I heard, guys. And then Marwa goes on to add, I have receipts whereby I've taken mom to hospital. He has poked her eye. He has broken her arm. It has to stop. Wow. So Davy Jr. is saying that the papa has, is jealous of them. And that is why I think he's talking about, aren't you happy to see your children building? That he is telling me to get out of there. This is somebody who has jealousy. He is not happy for us. Aye. Oh. My mother, our mother will not be beaten. I have refused. We have refused. That is Davy Jr. He is jealous. That is Davy Jr. saying. Oh my God. Davy Jr., this is not my father. You are not my father. He is beating our mother since we were kids up to this moment. Then Marwa says, I'm 36 years old. He is now a grandpa. I have a child, and he is still beating up my mother. It has to stop. So Marwa is saying that, you cannot be having strength to beat everyone, Even me, I don't have that energy. You cannot be fighting, all the time. You cannot. Guys, to be very honest, it took me I had to even talk to a few of my friends. This is the most heartbreaking video I have watched, in a long, long time. Very bad. We can decide to get you out of here. You should know that. My mother cannot be beaten. I'm 36 years old. And he's still beating our mother. He started doing it when we were kids. Up to this moment. If you tell me to get out of there, I will not. We'd rather take each other to court. So I don't know where is this that Davy Jnr. is talking about. But he spoke about the place where they were building. Guys, really, really heartbreaking. Let us say no to domestic violence. I feel so bad for Congrats mom. But then again, I feel happy for her because her sons have finally decided to say, you know what, it has to stop now. It has to stop. And at some point, Davy Jnr. and Marwa said that, you know what, we have money, we can deal with you. You know, we can take you to, we can have you arrested, we can do whatever it has, whatever it takes to protect our mother. Guys, what do you all think about this video? I hope that they make peace. But to be very honest, Congrats mom needs to be away from this papa. All I can just say is this. This papa has, you know, his own money. He grows sugarcane. Sugarcane, you know, gives very good revenue. You know, he should just move out of there. That is my opinion, guys. My personal opinion. My mother. A house I built. And my sister furnished it. In fact, we would sit down as siblings and tell you, get anything that you own here. Quick and fast. Get it and move. And if there's anything we owe you, for instance, if you can say that this land is mine, I'm the one who bought it, we will give you the money. But please move away from our mama. But then again, guys, I want to ask a question. When he was stomped down, you know, on the ground, did you see Congrats mom quickly running to check on him? Yeah. Now, maybe Congrats mom is the kind of mama who will say, no, I forgive him, leave him, he's my husband. You know, these things happen. He's my husband. Why, Jesus? Why? Maybe I have been, you know, being hard on Marwa, Davy Jnr. and D. Mwango, but maybe they have been trying to separate them. I mean, because of the fights, maybe they have been, or rather beatings, because it's actually one-sided. Maybe they have been wanting to separate this man from the mama, but then the mama has been refusing and saying, I have to go back to my home, my house. I'm a married woman. I'm a wife. Guys, I don't know now. You know, that is why it is hard to interfere in other people's families. But all in all, it is because it's a video that came out here, and that is why I'm talking about it. And I just want to ask you guys, what do you think? Personally, I am happy that Marwa and Davy Jnr. have, they had to stand up for their mother. They had to protect their mother like this. They have said that they are going to do what it takes. They have said they're going to have him arrested. They are going to take him to court. They will do anything and everything to make sure that their mother is okay. I'm happy because of that. Congrats, Mama, you deserve peace. You deserve peace in your big mansion. Now that you're retired, you took care of other people's children. You took care of your own. It is time for you to enjoy. Sincerely, guys. I had done another reaction, like I said earlier, and I was actually defending Congrats Dad in this reaction because, guys, hey, 𝐷𝐿, I was coming for you. I was coming for you brutally. Oh my God, guys. Let me just laugh because my heart was pained. Too pained, guys. And, you know, it is sad. It is sad. Nobody wants to see any other human being suffering or in pain or just... It's not nice, guys. Especially people that you're used to watching like this. People that you know. People that you consider, you know, to be your, like, your extended family, guys. Like this video if you have not yet done it. Subscribe if you have not done it. Share this video. What else? Thank you to all the new subscribers in the house. Thank you to my returning subscribers. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. For me, no, the title wife can stay if this is what marriage is all about. I love my body. I love my sanity. I love my peace. Guys, let us meet in the next one. Bye-bye.
I educate, put things straight, that's my fate. Truth teller, reality checker. Truth teller, I'm your protector from the lies and the fake narrative. Truth is what I got to give. Speak the truth, speak the truth. Speak it to set you free. Speak the truth, speak the truth. It's MORAA, your African daughter. Don't pay